Well, hello to you today. How you doing? How you living? I'm doing just fine and I am blessed. So, I am here today just to share something that I was thinking about today. Um I just want to talk about boat riders, okay? And I guess you're wondering, who are boat riders? What are boat riders? What does that mean? So, boat riders are, to me, are people who discourage you from doing things that you set out to do. Anything positive that you want to do, whether it's enhancing your lifestyle or enhancing, a job or making a career choice so that you can have upward mobility. Anything positive that you set out to do, you have those boat riders telling you you shouldn't do that, or you shouldn't go there, you shouldn't say that. What are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. You're the wrong color, or you're not tall enough. You don't make enough money. You're too short. You're too tall. You're too black. You're too white. Anything, just naysayers who try to discourage you from doing things because they feel that they can't do it themselves. So they tell you not to do it, or tell or try to dissuade you or discourage you in doing things that you set out to do. It reminds me of, in the book of Matthew 14th chapter and the 22nd verse, about the story. I'm not going to go all into detail about it, but it's about the story about Peter. Peter was on a boat, and he was on the boat with the other disciples. And afar off, they saw Jesus approaching the boat. And this was a stormy night, and it was very, very stormy, and everyone was so afraid of the storm that was there, and it was probably the rain and the wind was hitting up against this small. I'm just gonna imagine it's a small boat. Peter was there, and he was the only one who decided to walk on water. So he saw Jesus approaching, and when they saw him, they thought he was a ghost, and they were just so afraid. And he had to assure them that I am not a ghost, I am Jesus, and I'm here to rescue you or give you peace in the middle of this storm. So Peter, sorry, was the only one who was brave enough to go out and walk on the water, you know? So Peter took a step out of the boat, and he walked toward Jesus on the water, just like Jesus did himself. And he was just, he had enough faith to walk on the water. Now, in my mind, I'm imagining that the other disciples was telling him, "Hey, man, what are you doing? You trying to go out there and walk on the water? You're going to drown. You're not supposed to be walking on the water. Don't go there. Don't do that. Don't That's not what you should do. Doesn't make sense. You're walking on water, you know." But Peter, I keep saying Paul, Peter decided to walk on the water, and he walked toward Jesus, but he came to his senses and he looked around. Oh my God, I am walking on this water. What am I doing? I'm not supposed to be doing this. This is crazy. As soon as he took his eyes off of Jesus, he lost focus and he started sinking. So Jesus, reached his hand, and of course he rescued him and rescued him from drowning. And he got back on course once he got started looking toward Jesus. So the Bible is giving us examples in these Bible stories, you know, not to literally walk on water per se, but anything that you set out to do it. Don't listen to the boat riders. They're telling you, don't go there. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't say this. Don't say that. You're not supposed to be doing that. But what are they telling you? They're telling you from the boat. They're sitting on the boat telling you not to do this, that, and the other. But you just have to just stay focused, keep your goals, whatever goal that you have. If you want that degree, you want to just further your education, you get your master's or your bachelor's or your master's or your PhD. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do this. You don't have enough money to do that. You can't afford to go to college. What are you doing? You have to really just tune out those naysayers and get out there and say, "Hey, leave me alone, get out of my ear and get out of my face. I got water to walk on." Now, see, Peter, he lost focus because all the wind and the rain around him was choppy. It got really, really strong. It got really, really hard, and he lost focus. And he started to get weary, even though Jesus was standing right there in front of him. And that's how it is. Life, things in life is going to get hard. Things in life is going to get, it's going to be a struggle. That's just how life is hard. When they say life is life, and that's a true statement. But you have to keep your eyes on the prize, keep your goal ahead, and reach for those goals. And don't listen to those boat riders, because they're telling you not to do this, that, and the other. And where are they sitting? They're sitting on the boat. So again, once again, tell them, hey, get out of my ear, get out of my face, and leave me alone. Don't say that. You don't got to be rude, but just let them know, hey, I got water to walk on, and you are in my way. Thank you very much.